Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are talking about Sadako. She's expected to get a new rework where the devs said they want to kind of restore her to her old self. I'm guessing they're not just gonna revert everything, they just, revert probably how condemn works, like local condemn instead of map-wide condemn, because nobody liked that. Sadako mains didn't like that. Survivors didn't like that. The skill ceiling was just lowered too much. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But before we do that, I just want to say Happy New Year. As I am recording right now, it's New Year's Eve, and I thought I'd just get it out there. Now, Sadako. Once a killer that actually had a little bit of macro and that had a high skill ceiling. Now, a killer that everybody can use. Condemn is really easy to get. To get it away is also really easy, but some survivors literally tell you that it's a waste of time to do the counterplay because they are not on their precious gen. And currently, some people claim she has macro, but boys, let's be honest, nobody does the math of like, okay, every teleport, everybody gets 3/4 of a condemn. Okay, now he has a tape. He doesn't get condemn anymore, but the others get condemn. Okay, now they are on that. Oh, okay, he got that tape away. He has 3 condemn stacks less, so he starts from 0 again. Okay, now we teleport again. Okay, he has now 3/4 and the other one has that. Nobody does that. Okay, don't claim like you are doing that math. Everything we Sadako mains do is that guy high condemn, that guy low condemn. There we go. Anyways, what's gonna get reverted? Most likely local condemn is gonna come back, like I said. Now, how Sadako used to work is that every time she teleports to a TV, every survivor in a specific radius would get 1 stack of condemn. Yes, not 3/4. I think that's number. I have Dead by Dead open right now with the description of the power, but it doesn't say any numbers. Good job, behavior. There was no cooldown on teleports, and tapes did not protect you. On the contrary, they would passively let you gain condemn. And if you get hit, no problem, you still have the tape, it wouldn't get destroyed, you wouldn't gain any condemn from that, so many people would take a hit for putting the tape away. Now, of course, if they revert the whole condemn thing, making it local again, what I think should not be reverted is that tapes get destroyed on hit. And the reason for that being is that there was a huge problem back on old Sadako. If you had a tape in your hand and Sadako knew which TV you were going to, right, she would smack you down, and every time you would get up, she would just smack you down again because she did not want you to put that tape away. And she didn't have any ways of taking that tape from you. So, many just figured, okay, I'm just gonna put you down again and again and again and again until you're either condemned from the teleport when they come back or you bleed out. Obviously, that was not very fun, which is probably why they changed it. Honestly, the ring drawing caught quite a bit of flack because of that as well, because I think many people assumed the ring drawing was the reason for that, but I disagree, because the ring drawing, how it worked was that if you get healed, no matter if you are downed or not, so even if you get picked up, the guy healing you would get a stack of condemn. But if that's the case, I don't think it would be the viable thing to, smack the guy that was on the ground down again and keep camping him. I don't think that would make sense. The most sense would be to maybe still smack him down one more time, but then go after the other guy, trying to juggle him between TVs to get him condemned. So yeah, I don't think it was the fault of the ring drawing, honestly. And with local condemn making condemning people much harder, I don't think it would be too bad to revert the ring drawing as well. Might be a controversial topic, honestly, but the ring drawing was a pretty essential part of the condemn on real playstyle back then. Now back to the tapes, like I said, they should be destroyed on hit. I don't know if we should leave them as they are currently, because they are pretty safe, and the tapes are not supposed to be safe. And with local condemn making the whole thing a lot harder, the safe tapes we have right now might also be a problem. So I think a hybrid, maybe instead of gaining 2 condemn on hit, if you have a tape, have 1 condemn. Okay, put that down a little. Except for that, maybe have it as it was OG. That should prevent the aggressive slugging and camping the body. Now, slugging in general is always going to be a part of the condemn on your playstyle, because Sadako doesn't need hooks. And if you don't need hooks, it's literally just a waste of time and a waste of pressure. So it's quite literally the most stupid thing you can do. Not only does it waste your time as somebody who goes for condemn, it also enables perks like Deliverance, Dead Hard, or Off the Record, for example. Of course, like I said, I'm seeing the difference between sitting on somebody and just, smacking somebody down and instantly pressuring somebody else. Don't just, stay around the body trying to, get greedy survivors that ignore you being around the body and try to heal anyways. That's a little bit scummy. I don't endorse that, but like I said, with tapes getting destroyed, there's literally no reason to do that. Now, if we get to the add-ons, assuming we get back a local condemn, I would think also that we get back that you have to bring the tape to a specific TV. Again, for balancing reasons, because if there's a local condemn, it's quite hard to condemn people anyways. And then you have TV spawns where they spawn like 5 meters away from each other in the same room, which actually can happen on RPD. You know, that would be quite easy counterplay. So yeah, I would assume they bring back that you have to take it to a specific TV, which means the Eerie tape has to be changed as well. Do they revert it? Do they make something new out of it? I'm not sure, because it is pretty OP. On the other side, Eerie add-ons are supposed to be OP, so I don't know about that one. Honestly, should they change it? But what should definitely be reverted is Reiko's Watch. Right now, what it does is it increases the invisibility duration while demanifested by 33%. It's the same as the old newspaper, just instead of being after manifesting, it's while being demanifested. Now, I don't know the exact numbers, but Reiko's Watch used to be, I think, 55% instead of 33%, which you might think, oh, that's OP. But it was balanced by the fact that as soon as you try to manifest, you would get visible. So even if you are at the moment where you would be invisible due to the add-on, you would instantly get visible as soon as you try to even manifest. Nobody was actually, you know, saying that it was OP or anything at the time. It was actually what Sadako's used that were not doing the condemned playstyle, that were actually going for mind games and stuff and just hooking people normally, doing all that stuff. They pretty much just nerfed it because people were using it too much and they wanted to promote other add-ons. And instead of making the other add-ons actually useful, they just nerfed the most loved one into the ground. So yeah, definitely revert that. And then we have the Mother's Comb. I think it used to only reveal the aura of TVs that were turned off, but now it also triggers a loud noise notification. Now, in a recent odds video, he called it broken. I think yes and no, right? In certain situations, like if it's paired up with the current Eerie tape, due to the nature of the Eerie tape, that due to its logic, I'm not going to explain everything, but if you always take a tape out of the same TV, you always have to bring it to the same TV. And with the Mother's Comb, you could always exactly see when somebody takes the tape out of which TV. So if you just remember which TV was it linked up to, you can just, you know, cut them off. So yeah, in that particular situation, I would say it's broken. But generally speaking, I think it's just a strong add-on. I don't think it's broken. So maybe leave it like that. Maybe don't. That TVs are revealed that are turned off, I actually think should be basic. Not the loud noise notification, obviously, but just that you can see TVs that are turned off. It would just be a little bit of quality of life. It wouldn't really change much. Then other add-ons, of course, have to be buffed in some way to bring them up to where they are actually useful, because nobody uses 90% of her add-ons. One idea I would have, for example, would be that after you teleport, maybe have an add-on that gives you the undetectable status effect for a certain amount of time. Now hear me out. I think this would be good for stealth builds, but at the same time it would not promote the condemn playstyle, because with local condemn, keep in mind, local condemn, if you teleport to a TV where people are actually at and you go for condemn, it's useless because they literally see and hear you get out of that TV. While if you would teleport to like a near TV that's not directly on the survivor's ass, they would not get a stack of condemn and you would gain the undetectable status effect, making you able to sneak up on them, maybe jump scare them. Would that not be a good trait? You know, you don't get condemned, but you can be a little bit more stealthy. Because like one thing people very much enjoyed on Sadako was that she could just appear everywhere, right? It's quite difficult to keep track on where she is on the map. And this would just, you know, endorse those kind of builds that just go for more stealthy stuff. I don't see it being used on like hardcore condemned Sadakos. Then for all the add-ons that right now have a certain effect within 8 meters of a powered TV that then lingers for 7 seconds after the TV is turned off. To make them all a little bit more viable, there's one that gives you the blindness effect, there's one that makes you oblivious. Maybe up the duration to 12 to 15 seconds. 7 seconds of blindness does not really do anything, honestly. But with 12 to 15 seconds, you could get somebody with windows of opportunity, for example, off guard. So I think they would be definitely more useful than it is right now, because right now it's not getting used. Then Clump of Air, that decreases the range in which Onru is invisible while they manifested. So if you don't know, if Sadako is demanifested, you can only see her in a certain radius. If she's far enough away, she's invisible. Now, I don't know how far we can up that, right? It definitely needs a buff because because nobody's using it. But if we buff it too much, it can definitely get OP, right? If you only see Sadako in the last like 2 seconds, that's a problem. So I don't know, maybe to like 8, 9 meters instead of 6. And it should be not the strongest add-on, but it should be far stronger than it is right now. Then we have the well water that increases the duration of the undetectable status effect for 2 seconds when manifesting by any means. Up that maybe to 5 seconds. I don't think that's a stretch. I think that would work. Same thing, would be stronger, but not an OP add-on by all means. The telephone manifestation afflicts survivors within 7 meters with the hindert effect for 3 seconds. This one is pretty bad because that means you have to demanifest and manifest in chase, which right now, you know, removes bloodlust, which I don't think gets reverted. I think that actually stays, as well as not being able to be stunned while demanifesting. It basically does nothing, right? You slow yourself down, and then you pretty much slow down the survivor for the same amount. Maybe lets you catch up to them 1 second faster, like, or over half second. Like, this is really bad. Maybe make them hindered for 5 seconds if that's not too much. And this would be used a lot more. Either that or keep the 3 seconds, but up the radius, maybe to 9 meters instead of 7. Now, everything else is, I think, honestly, pretty fine. Or so bad that you can't save it. Like the videotape copy, projection, inflict 0.5 stacks of condemn on survivors not carrying a tape. NTVs used for projection turn back on 10 seconds sooner. This is just too bad. It's not gonna do anything. Nobody wants to have less condemn. Maybe somebody who does not go for the condemn playstyle, but then again, they would just use different add-ons that are better than this one. Or the one that decrease the time it takes to, for the TVs to turn on are fine. UAG's fishing net, survivors with at least 4 stacks of condemned suffer from blindness. I think that's fine. I actually think it's a little bit underrated. VCR, all TVs slay the projection effects when the Unreal teleports. Not good, but I guess it's fine. The remote control, after using projection, the auras of survivors who are within 12 meters of a power TV are revealed to you for 7 seconds. Literally useless. This is a iridescent add-on. Those are supposed to be the strongest. And you are telling me if you teleport to a TV, you see every survivor around other TVs? Right now, where you have a cooldown on teleport? Like, what the fuck? Then the tape editing deck. Each survivor starts a try with a tape in their possession, and their target is the furthest from their location. It's not good, but it's fine. Distorted photo. Survivors witnessing a manifestation from within 16 meters will scream, and then their auras are shown for 4 seconds. Maybe remove the fact that they have to look at you. Because if you are within 16 meters of a survivor, and they're looking at you, and you manifest in that situation, you are probably already in chase, or you wouldn't manifest. Either that or you just run around, manifest, demanifest, manifest, demanifest, and just hope that somebody directly looks at you, which is stupid. So yeah, just remove the witnessing part, and I think this should be fine. The bloody fingernails increases the duration of projections, bonus movement speed by 50%. I love that one. I honestly, it's great. It doesn't need to be changed. It's not OP. Survivors usually still make the nearest pallet, even if you have bloody fingernails. Honestly, a reason to make it base kit, because with the base teleportation, like, people know if you come out of their TV due to the lullaby, because you are technically demanifested while teleporting and only manifest after you get out of the TV, so people pre-run to the next pallet. And like I said, even with the bloody fingernails, they usually make the next pallet. And I don't think that base kit teleportation, if you teleport onto somebody's ass, they should not make the next 3 pallets. I'm sorry. So honestly, it's not gonna happen, obviously, but make it base kit. And that's all of the add-ons. Now, if you think that I was wrong with my assessments on what's balanced and what's not, please leave it in the comments, as well as ideas for add-ons they should make that are actually useful, you know. Like, what would you want to use on Sadako? And well, other than that, have a nice day.
I love this guy. This Kuro.
Yeah, Kuro's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Kuro, no one appreciates you.